Xplay, a staple of the early 2000s. Before IGN and those other game reviewers, Xplay was my go-to for video game reviews. Whether it was good or bad, Xplay covered it. Today, with the help of my partner mcbugrer,
thanks Ramen, it's great to be here.
We will talk about how Xplay changed the gaming world for the better. My name is Ramen, and this is what happened to Xplay. So, to explain what happened with Xplay, we're going back to the 90s, a time for innovation, a time for computers, and a time for tech, with the launch of Tech TV on May 11th, 1998. Tech TV was a 24-hour cable channel featuring news and shows about computers, technology, and the internet. Later, Tech TV was merged with G4. After the merger, Tech TV was dissolved and cancelled. After Tech TV was dissolved and canned, we got G4. G4 was intended to be a mix of MTV, but with gaming being its main focus. G4 was created by Charles Hitchthorne, sorry, not good with names, who was former president of the Walt Disney Company. Charles Hitchthorne had one sole intention, to allow video game creators to produce programming for the channel. G4 gave viewers a wide variety of programming, with shows like Attack of the Show, a weekly show about pop culture and gaming, hosted by Olivia Munn and Kevin Perry.
Obama! Alright, today's number 5 video, thank you, is something that we just don't see enough of.
No, we really don't.
It'd be nice to see a little bit more of it.
It would be
Not
nice.
too much. You don't want too much of a good thing, but just a little bit more.
Yeah, so...
Just a bit.
Yeah.
You know, just...
And we also had shows like Ninja Warrior, a show about contestants going through various obstacle courses to get the title Ninja Warrior. But the one show that was a staple for this channel was the one and only Xplay, hosted by Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb. I'll let my friend mcbugrer say more about this iconic show.
Today we are talking about Xplay. It's hard to talk about Xplay without talking about the channel that it called home for so many years. Before the massive increase in popularity of Twitch and YouTube, there was G4 TV, a channel for gamers. Gaming was a passion of mine at a young age. I remember early on in my life, I was sitting in front of the TV playing my Sega 3. As I grew, so did gaming technology. Other than monthly Game Informers and unreliable blogs on the internet, there wasn't much for gamers. G4 was my way of staying in the loop of things. G4 was the first ever network to televise an esports event. It also was the only network that had E3 coverage. From the moment I was first introduced to G4, I felt at home. This was the first network all about games. I remember rushing off the bus every day after school, trying to make it in time for Xplay and Attack of the Show. One of the biggest reasons I loved watching was because of the genuine cast they had. If it wasn't for such a likable and relatable cast, I don't think that G4 would have been nearly as successful as it was. Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb were the hosts of Xplay, G4's game review show. Adam Sessler was the quirky, sarcastic brother type of character. Morgan Webb was the reason for my first wet dream. Her just standing there wearing nothing but a Game Boy Advance. Hey girl, that Pokemon Yellow edition with the Pikachus? Ooh. Adam and Morgan quickly grew a reputation for their quality game reviews. Reviews apart from other companies, such as IGN, was their effort. Bigger companies will put out reviews before even completing the game, whereas Adam and Morgan, they would not just make a review, they would make it fun, whether that's with their hilarious skits or just funny dialogue. They didn't just play a game and put a boring number at the end. They would give every single game a fair chance. They wouldn't just bash a bad game. They will tell you what's good about it and whether it's worth your time or not. Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb have an actual passion for gaming, and that's what makes this show so great. It's hard to host a show for a topic that you don't really care about. The earlier seasons of Xplay were definitely the best. As the channel grew, it became less of a show about two hosts having a good time and more into a professional format. This was a mistake in my opinion. The reviews were still quality, and with an increased budget, the skits became higher quality as well. But it just seemed like the producers asked them to reel their personality in a bit. As time went on, G4 started to stray away from what it did best. With YouTube and Twitch gaining more popularity, G4 started falling from grace. They stepped away from what made them unique and played blocks of cheaters and cops for hours. Hopefully with the upcoming reboot, G4 will stick to what it does and knows best. We can only help, right? And with that, I'm going to send it back to Robin in the studio.
Thank you, McBurger, for your thoughts on this awesome show that is Xplay. So with consoles like the PlayStation 2, Xbox, GameCube, and also the Wii, Xplay was needed more than ever. People relied on Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb to review games with their iconic banter and humor. Xplay also had sketches, which is weird for a game review show on cable TV to do, but these sketches were a nice treat for gamers and casual viewers. Although the sketches didn't have a huge budget, it was in the writing that made these sketches so funny. One of my favorite sketches from Xplay is a sketch called Sensitive Cess. These sketches are about Cess learning about gaming and its culture by helping people for better or worse. Some sketches will involve the Xplay interns. Sometimes the interns in these sketches are put into crazy situations for the sake of comedy.
What is it like to be a turn-based man in a real-time world? Learning more about his obsession was the only way to help me help him.
Basic Pokemon, your evolutionary Pokemon, unless the plant or nasal against your Bayleaf, which is a leaf, and then you'll have your EX means I gain basic Pokemon.
Shut up! They're f***ing cards! They're cards! These are real! This is nothing! It's a bunch of cards for children! Oh!
Xplay would also rate a game on a 5-star rating system. They will rate the game on gameplay, sound, graphics, and also give their feedback on the game. I remember as a kid just sitting in front of my TV just to see what Adam Sessler and Morgan had to say about my favorite games. I remember the launch of Mario Galaxy for the Wii and how excited I was. To make my excitement even better, we got an awesome Super Mario special from Xplay. The special went over all the Mario games from past and present, all leading up to their final review of Super Mario Galaxy for the Wii. And once they gave that 5-star review for the game, I was treated with the game from my grandma. I played day and night, discovering secrets, collecting stars, and having a fun time thanks to Xplay. But all good things must come to an end.
Adam Sessler. Morgan Webb. This is Xplay.
With Xplay and Attack of the Show being the network's backbone, we're also given side shows like Code Monkeys, Web Soup, and of course, Cops. Cops was re-aired on the network every single day. They will re-air the same episode twice, just in case you missed it. The more popular G4 became, the more shovelware shows were made. Shows like Cheaters and Campus PD. God damn it, Campus PD! They even aired Happy Tree Friends, which I recommend you watch. The show is really twisted and good. Anyway, the more shows we got, the more saturated the network became. Once Xplay and Attack the Show reached its 1,000th episode, which is crazy for a network like that. Something happened on April 12th. We said goodbye to Adam Sessler, who left for reasons still unknown. Adam Sessler was the driving force of Xplay. Once Adam departed Xplay, he was then replaced. The show was never the same. The show still went on until the very end. I kept watching the show because of Morgan Webb, but it wasn't the same. The banter of Morgan Webb and Adam Sessler was just hard to replicate. Their chemistry was amazing. Attack of the Show was still doing great in ratings, with American Ninja Warrior being turned into American Ninja Challenge. It was not the same, nothing beats American Ninja Warrior. Xplay was later rerun on the channel along with Cops and Attack of the Show. But it seemed the more G4 tried to experiment with new shows, the more they started to lose their audience. And they lost it with a late night block similar to Adult Swim called The Midnight Spank Monkey. I know what you're thinking, but it's not that. Instead, they use it to air their shows like Ninja Warrior, Happy Tree Friends, and Late Night Peep Show. This block was discontinued thanks to gaming gods. On December 31st, 2013, G4 was discontinued, premiering its last episode of Xplay and ending with a game of Pong. G4 was no more. G4 lost what made their channel great, and in the end, they paid the price. Was once a network for nerds and gamers alike, was turned into a subpar reality network filled with shows that failed to excite anyone. And that, gamers, is what happened to G4 and Xplay. Xplay was a show full of memorable moments, and it was a big staple of my childhood. I enjoy sitting down with my grandma watching Xplay and looking at all the amazing games. When Xplay ended, those memories were gone, but while making this video, all those memories came flooding back. What's awesome is that we got an awesome Xplay Thanksgiving reunion special that gave me the feeling of joy. Xplay will remain in my heart as one of my favorite game review shows. My name is Ramen, and this is what happened to Xplay and also G4. You have a good night. Hey, it's me Jose, aka Ramen. I'd like to give a nice shout out to mcbugrer for his awesome insight on Xplay. He gave me the idea for this script and I just ran with it. Go sub to his channel, you won't regret it. He is an awesome dude and a good friend. Go sub to his channel if you want to watch amazing live streams and commentary. With that being said, cue the end card.
She's the girl at the video game store. She's smart and she's sweet and she knows all of the cheats. Her thumbs are lightning fast. At Tekken she'll beat your ass. She was nice to me. She helped me buy my Wii. She's the girl